Hey guys, so this is me Manushree. So today I'm going to walk you through my OFC appointment in Chennai Embassy. US Embassy in Chennai. So starting off, what are the documents to bring? So I know that a lot of people say you need to bring your service ID, and even some people said take your mark sheets with you. I was like, what? I'm not sure because they never asked mine. Okay, so these are the documents that you need. So the first one is going to be your appointment confirmation, kind of like a printout. I took this from my Gmail, so you can also take a printout directly from the website. And next you'll need your DS-160, which is your non immigrant visa application. Okay, so this is the printout that you take when you finish applying or registering for your visa interview. And the last but not the least, you need your passport. So make sure your passport has an expiry date of more than 6 months, because they won't allow you to have a passport which or use a passport which has less than 6 months of expiry date. So if you have that passport, I recommend you guys to renew it ASAP. So the next thing is about the place. The place is situated in Nungambakkam. So this is the address, and make sure you guys are going to this correct address because there are a lot of places with the same names. So everything will be in the description box below. So make sure you guys go check it out. Okay. So the place basically is a really crowded area. Like there are a lot of people waiting. There are a lot of Xerox shops actually. So that's actually a good advantage, because if you in case forgot your DS-160 or anything and you have a soft copy of it in your phone or in a pen drive, then you can take a printout of it. Okay, so make sure you do know that. And I would actually recommend you guys come in a cab or taxi, because there are not a lot of places where you can park your cars or your scooter or something. So that can also be an alternative for you guys to reach much faster. Also, if you are in a different area, make sure you keep in track with the traffic and check the area beforehand, because it can be really confusing to go actually go street by street to find the place, because it's not actually in the main road, it's rather in a near street. So the next one is going to be about what actually happens. So when I first went there, I reached there by 3:50 or something, and my slot is 4:30, by the way. So within 5 to 10 minutes, they started to form a queue for 4:30 slot. So we all actually had to stand in a line for 10 to 15 minutes. It's a huge crowd, guys, because you're not the only one having the same slot timings. Okay, there are like 30 to 40 people having the same timings, and we have to stand in a huge queue. I mean, trust me, in this Chennai summer, it's going to be really tough. So with that being said, we'll be standing in a queue for our slot time, and an officer will be actually sending 10 to 15 people at a time. So not everyone will be going, so we'll be going in shifts, like 10 to 15 people at a time. And during that time, he'll be checking our appointment timing if it's the correct one, and he'll be checking our passport or our DSC 160. So make sure you guys take it out of your folder and keep it ready. So when you're going inside the consulate, make sure you're switching off your phone if you have any, and make sure you don't bring any of your smartwatches or any electronic gadgets with you. Make sure you're wearing an analog watch, because they don't allow smartwatches. And even if you do bring it, there's actually a locker which you can, you can temporarily you can store your smartwatches or your phones inside. So I wouldn't actually recommend that, because I think it's kind of like 100 or 200 or something, and you need to, you have to wait in line for that, and then you have to lock it, and then you have to come back and stand again. So I would really not recommend this. Okay, guys? So make sure if you're bringing your phone, switch it off before you go inside the consulate. So this is what basically happens. When you go inside the consulate, you have to go to the first floor. So this is actually the basement, and then you have to go to the first floor where you will be going inside a queue. So inside that queue, you have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. For me, I think it took like just minimum of 5 minutes, because it was going a bit faster, because it was like the end of the slot timings. After that queue, we actually again had to go into another queue. Actually, we had to wait in a staircase. Okay, so that staircase queue is the most longest. It took me 20 minutes to actually wait there. And while you're standing in the staircase, the person there will actually tell you to keep all your documents like this inside your passport. So this is how you need to keep the documents in your folder like this. So make sure you're keeping this. So that actually, they'll just tell you guys these instructions. These are really common basic instructions they'll give you. And after that queue, you need to go inside, and then there'll be another queue. I know there's a lot of queues here. And while you're waiting there, they'll be scanning that barcode in your in your DS-160. Yes, this barcode. So actually there's a barcode here. They'll be scanning that so that they can make sure they can recognize your identity. Okay, so after this happens, you will be going straight inside the embassy. So it will be like much better now. It won't be hot or anything. It'll be full AC, so air conditioned. So it's it's not that much of a bad thing to stand there. So after the scanning of the barcode, you will go straight into the embassy, where they will have a security check. So there will be securities for male as well as for female. So after that, you need to go into the counter, and you will be have to you have to submit your you'll be have to submitting your DS-160 and then your appointment letter to that person in a counter, and you need to give your passport. So what they ask is your full name. So you need to tell your full name. I told Manushree Muruga Kumar, and they might ask birthday, I guess, when is your birthday, and then you have to tell, just to reconfirm. So what they do is they actually stick something in your passport. Okay. So they will stick a sticker in your passport. Never take it out. Okay, even if you get your visa, even if you finish all your work, do not remove it. Okay, until no, actually never remove this, because this is actually kind of like a it's saying that you attended the biometrics, so it's like a proof or evidence. Okay, so after that, after you getting the sticker, you will be giving a slip. So that slip has a number in it. Mine was B071. So everyone has to stand in a queue with a slip, and then there will be like two monitors over here. So one in one end, the other in the other end. So you can see which you can check for your number. It's actually basically like a passport renewal, passport office procedure, where you'll see your number to a different counter. So that's actually the same basic thing as that. So you have to wait for the queue for 10 to 15 minutes until everyone finishes. And when your time comes, okay, just don't panic. It's not, you're not going to write your board exams, or you're not going to go to an interview. It's just you're going to take your biometrics. Okay. So when you go to the counter, remove your mask, say hello, good morning, or good evening, or anything. Just greet the person. So there will be actually a mirror in between you and the person who's taking your biometrics. Okay, so they'll be asking your full name. What's your full name? Manushree Muruga Kumar. And then they'll be asking your date of birth. Okay, so after that, they'll be asking you to take a picture. So you need to wear a decent dress. Do not wear any funky fancy dress. Wear something which is much more better casual, or which is dark colors. Yes, because the background behind is actually white. So do not wear white clothes or any lighter colors. Wear darker clothes. Okay, so after taking your picture, they'll ask you to keep your first four fingers. So they will actually expect you to keep your entire finger over here, and you need to make sure that everything is closed. Do not keep your fingers like this, keep it closed, and you need to keep it in the machine. Okay, and then you have to do it for the same for the right hand, and then your thumb. So I think that's it. That's what happens. And then they'll stamp this on your your DS-160. So this means that this is an evidence, or this means that you've attended the biometrics and you have completed the biometric. Okay, so that's all it happens, and then you return back, and this is basically the process of the OFC biometrics in Chennai, as long as I know. I was kind of terrified because as a 17-year-old, I've never been, alone, or, to places like these, and it kind of felt weird, but it was good at the same time. So trust me, guys, this is not a bigger hard. It's not going to be hard, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, okay, so before concluding my video, I would like to tell you guys some tips and tricks for an effective biometrics. So I know that you don't need to do a lot of things there, but I just want to tell you guys few things which would actually help you in your OFC and your VI. So VI is going to be a part 2 of this series, so make sure you guys subscribe and then like this video so that I can create more contents like this. So first tip is go 30 to 40 minutes before your time slot. So mine was 4:30. So make sure you reach there by 3:50 or 3:55, 40 to 45 minutes before, because there's actually a lot of crowd over there, and you need time to park, and you need time to come back, you need time to settle down, and that's how you cannot rush things up. So make sure you come before. The second one is going to be bring a folder. Okay, mine, I have this folder. Okay, huge one, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can bring a clear one, it's not gonna matter. Okay, bring a folder, because you don't you won't be carrying this by your hand, because it's not safe. Okay, what if what if it falls down, what if you lose this? So be safer, bring a folder. The third one is going to be electronic gadgets. They are not allowed inside the consulate. Mainly your smartwatches or any other things that you have which is electronic, do not bring it. The only exception is your phone, but you need to switch it off and keep it inside your pocket or inside your bag, sling bag. So make sure you do that before you go into the consulate. Next one is the time here in Chennai is really hot, as I said before. So make sure you guys are bringing a throwable water bottle. You can buy a water bottle on the way, and then you can drink, and then you can throw it away in the dustbin, because they don't allow you to bring your water bottle inside the consulate. So bring a small snacks, because sometimes it might take a lot of time for the queue, sometimes it might be faster. So just in case, take some snacks and some water bottle. So thank you guys so much for watching this video until the end. I hope I answered all of your clarifications and queries. So if you have anything else, just make sure you guys comment down below so that I can answer you right out. Okay, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and like this video. And the next part for my visa interview is gonna come real soon. Actually, my visa interview hasn't happened yet, so I'm really nervous. So fingers crossed. All the best for you guys as well. So bye.